Hi everyone, it's John. Hi, my brothers and sisters out there. Hmm. Some of yous I think are seeing, some of yous aren't. Can you see? I mean, really. I want to tell you about what happened to me yesterday. On the 17th, yesterday. Today is the 18th, it's 10 o'clock. I'm looking over at the clock on my microwave. Actually, let me see if I can get this stupid phone to pop up so you guys know what freaking day it is. Because it's Sunday. My wife's at work. She was off yesterday. So anyhow, my wife wanted me to go to the store yesterday to pick some things up at the grocery store. I can get this thing to work. Well, anyhow, I'll just keep talking because I met someone yesterday when I went to the Weis Grocery store. It's not spelled the same as my name. My name's Wise. The Weis Grocery store that I go to where I live, there's two stores. One is basically two stores here and where I'm at in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Keystone State of Pennsylvania. Well, anyhow, I went to the grocery store yesterday because my wife, well, here we go. Let's see if I can get this to come up. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know. Oh, see, this phone. Anyhow, it's Sunday. I hope this is picking that up. Sunday, July 18th. So anyhow, my wife yesterday afternoon said she wanted me to go to the grocery store and pick up some things. I was like, all right, make a list. And she made a list. So after she got done the list, she said, my list is ready. And I said, all right, give me your list and I'll go get what you want. So the first thing I do when I get to the Weis grocery store is I get my cart and I'm heading in. And the first thing I go to do is get my tomatoes. Now, as I'm standing there looking at the tomatoes, I pick up a box of tomatoes and I pick up a box of the tomatoes. They come in a little clear plastic box. They're little cherry tomatoes. That's what she wanted for on her salad, little cherry tomatoes. So I got the little cherry tomatoes. And as I'm picking up my cherry tomatoes, as I go to turn to walk away, in the direction I turn, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this guy, not guy, because he was a very young man, very handsome young man, too, dark hair, tall, thin dude, handsome young man. But anyhow, when I turned to walk away with my cherry tomatoes in my hand, there stood a young man in front of me and he has one box of cherry tomatoes in his hand. And he literally came out of nowhere and he put his hand out with this box of cherry tomatoes and he said, I think you would rather have these or something along those lines. He goes, I think these would be better. Something like that. I was like, oh, all right. So I took the cherry tomatoes that he had. I put down the ones I had because he had his hand out with a box of cherry tomatoes. And he said something like, I think these are better or something. I was like, oh, all right. So I took the cherry tomatoes from him and then I saw his name tag. So yesterday I met Gabriel. I met Gabriel yesterday. This is pretty wild because after Gabriel handed me the tomatoes and I saw his name tag, saw the name Gabriel, the look on his face, because he saw the look on my face when I saw what the name tag said, Gabriel. I mean, like this. And the look on his face, because I know the look on my face, the look on his face, he was like, And then I looked at him, I said, Gabriel. And he was like, what? And I said, don't you know who I am? And he said, no. I said, Gabriel, it's me, John. And then he said, I'm not very good with names. I said, really, Gabriel? I said, I'm from the Bible, the fourth book of the New Testament, John. And then the look on his face, and he took off. So, and it was really funny because when I saw him, man, when I saw the name tag, I was like, and then, because I almost jumped out of my skin, but instead of jumping out of my skin, I was like, I let him know I loved him. Like, he knew I loved him, and I knew that he knew I loved him, and it was the weird. I've been going to that grocery store for over 2.5 years. We moved here in January of, I want to say 19. We moved here in January of 19. I get the connection now, Rodney. 19. Holy moly. We moved here in 2019. And when I moved here, I heard, because the little town that we actually live in is called Midway. The town I live in is called Midway. It's in between Hanover and McSherrystown. I keep telling you, you don't want to listen. So anyhow, I met Gabriel yesterday. He knows I love him. Well, that's pretty funny. I mean, that was the weirdest. In all my 53 years of being alive, that was one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had, was meeting Gabriel at the Weis Grocery store when I was going to pick up some fruits and vegetables. I meet Gabriel on the 17th of July. And I gave him a big spiritual hug, and he knew it. That was funny. All right, everyone. This was John. I'm someone else, too. Remember, peace, love, joy, kindness.